I am a helicopter pilot in the Coast Guard, currently the commanding officer of Air Station Houston. And when I took that assignment, I knew that it was going to be just a 2-year assignment. So we knew summer of 21 that we were going to be moving, and always desired to be moving back to the DC area. We had made some moves, some financial moves, the previous summer of 2020, in preparation for moving back and knowing that we had a desire to purchase a home. We wanted it to be a home that our kids can end up growing up in and go to high school if that is what we decided as far as career moves and me staying in the Coast Guard. So we knew that this purchase, there were just some things that were important to us, priorities that we wanted in the home, as far as the size, all the things that somebody with a family would desire. So we thought that we were going to start this home search, home buying process in a strong position because of the blessings that were bestowed upon us in the summer of 2020 and preparing for this moment. But we didn't realize that we were going to be going to DC at a time that it was an extreme seller's market. Homes were flying off the market. A couple of times we went to open houses and there were lines
of people
yes, waiting to go in.
Homes were selling for anywhere between $30,000 and $100,000 over asking, and people were coming with full cash offers and no contingencies, no inspection, no appraisal. So they were taking the house, and sometimes, most times, sight unseen. People were making offers without even seeing the home, and they were flying off the shelves. The inventory is so low that people are resorting to that in order to purchase these homes. So we were going into the situation kind of with our hands tied behind our backs a bit.
That is what made it difficult for military members trying to do a VA loan. Because with a VA loan, you had to get an appraisal. It does take 30 to 45 days to close. And people in this market, people are just really hesitant to do that when they don't have to.
Right.
It really was in a position where if we couldn't do a VA loan, then we really couldn't have purchased
a home at all.
A home.
And being a military family, I want people to understand that this is a benefit that you have in serving your country, that you are able to have a certain type of loan that gives you a little bit more freedoms when it comes to putting money down and things like that. And our military members are struggling to find homes. We have friends. I have a friend who both the husband and wife are in the Air Force, and they weren't able to use their VA loan because of this market. So we were really coming into this feeling like we thought we were prepared, but we were at an extreme disadvantage in this market. And so we just prayed about it. I mean, there was nothing that we could do but to pray.
We end up putting an offer on the first house that we liked, we were excited about. There were some things that we sacrificed though. This house did not have a backyard, but school systems was good. The other things about the house was good, so we decided to put an offer in. It was in the price range that we was looking for. Following the advice of our realtors, we did put in an offer that was over the sale price. We felt good about it, and we prayed on it. So we made it a point to pray together as a couple, pray as a family with our kids. But not only was it the fact of just praying, and it was what we were praying for. It was important for us that the prayer was not for the Lord to give us this house.
Right.
It was for him to show us where he wanted us to be. And then we also, in that prayer, we also asked that if it was not the house, to take it away. Put something
in our way
or whatnot, give us a sign that says that this is not the house.
Right.
Put the offer in, said the prayer, and even though we had bid over the asking price, we were well short of other offers that were received.
And that was a continuing thing. We found out later on, the next house we bid on, it was the same exact thing. We put an offer on over asking because that's what we thought we had to do, and were severely outbid. That's what we were dealing with. But what we learned through this process is God had other plans for us, and in houses that we were truly settling on because we thought that we had to in order to just get something for our family that we liked, even though they came short of some things that we wanted. We were willing to make that sacrifice, but again, continuing to stay prayerful. What we learned was that, God really positioned us to get what he saw fit for our family.
The second home that we put an offer on, oddly enough, I had a chance to talk to the owner. The owner was in the military as well. We had a great conversation, and I really felt like we were going to be selected. This was going to be the one. Our offer was going to be accepted. The way the market was playing out, we were never going to have the strongest offer, but we needed a owner to see something in us that something compelled them to say, I want this family to have the house. So I thought it was going to happen on this house. So the home was on the market for 1 weekend. The 15 minutes that I was at the house happened to be the same 15 minutes that the owner was at the house, and had this conversation, great rapport, military. I was like, all these signs are coming together. This is going to be it. We were one of 21 offers that they received in the first weekend, and we were not chosen.
We never lost hope in this process because we were very comfortable and very connected in our prayer. We knew that if this was the house for us, that God would make it so. And when it didn't happen, it was not meant to be. And we quickly were able to move on and continue our search.
But we continued on, starting to look more. A house pops up that on appearance had everything that we wanted. School systems was one of the best school systems that we had seen. The house was in the price range. The home, as far as the layout, the number of bathrooms was exactly what we was looking for.
What made it really special is that the situation really special was that our realtor actually knew the realtor of the owners that were selling the house. So what we would have had to do was wait until the house came on the market in order to be in a position to bid for it. But he used his network in order to give us an early showing of the house. And what we later found out was that because Marcus is in the military, this was another owner that was in the military. He let him see the house again before it even went on the market. So we were able to see it. They actually found out that we have 3 young children, And these owners wanted another family to raise their children in this home. They had been in the house for 17 years and were the second family to be in it. And so they wanted another family to grow in this house. So those two things just spoke to their hearts of these sellers. And we were able to get in a position to bid for this house again before it went on the market. And even though they could have accepted an offer that was far above what we were able to offer them, had they just put their house on the market and had any type of showing, they would have gotten far greater offers than what we gave them. But God saw it to speak to their hearts, and with one day, they accepted our offer. And we couldn't have been more elated.
And not only did they accept the offer, but the owner, being a previous military member, another helicopter pilot who also worked with the Coast Guard, and we had that connection. He wanted us to go VA for the loan.
Yes.
He wanted to make sure that whatever we needed to be able to take advantage of the military benefit, that they were willing to do. You know, praying for his will to be done. That was key, especially for me as a man that is real prideful in providing for his family, making sure that things are done so that we're prepared. I've done everything that I needed to do to make sure that my family's in the best position. Even though I did that to the best of my ability, I'm still gonna always need him to cover that difference. That there's just going to be situations that are beyond our control. And without him, and without trusting and leaning on him, it's just simply not gonna work. So
That's our story.
that's our story.